Sorry to walk out on you like that. Just needed to think. I really did want to finish Spook Fest, but it seemed that there's always something that gets in the way of that. But you know what? Not this time. Not looking at the clock, not looking at the calendar. If it's October, great. If not, consider this October 32nd. I'm finishing Spook Fest. Welcome to the USA, where everyone needs a gimmick. This is Spook Fest. Let's get this going.
Don't you dare touch me! Stand back! No!
Okay, boys and girls, what you will see can always be cursed. Watch with ease, or you will burst. Please know that no one comes back from the dead. And whatever you do, don't look under the bed. We start out with a narration from our main character talking about her town, Middleburg.
Middleburg is a middle-sized town in the middle of the country. But sometimes, in my dreams, it felt like someplace else.
Apparently a certain thing caused the clocks to go forward, causing them to get up at the wrong time. Got pranked. Good job there. Prank.
Felt it before, have you?
Is that Harry Potter? Oh, also apparently he has cancer. Sorry, it's in remission. Can we talk about this camera shot? Which is why I miss 90s Disney. They always wanted to try. This is completely just a one shot in this one scene. Pretty good. This is Franny's other brother. You see him here and I'm pretty sure that's it. If he's in any other scene, I didn't even notice. He's really just a plot device for Darwin's cancer. He was the one who donated the bone marrow to Darwin, and that's really the only reason for his existence. And I guess to pry Franny and her best friend Joe apart. We meet Joe, Franny's best friend, who also had the same problem last night.
It's so weird.
Well, it's only weird because you don't have a logical explanation for it.
What about that? It's not very long before some more weird things happen, like a cool dude staring at Franny, someone egging a teacher's cool car, and these cool sideways camera angles. All very cool and weird.
Strange things were happening that day all over Middleburg. Someone put a little gelatin in the school swimming pool.
A little.
I'll get you out. Grab onto this.
Why aren't you making a bigger deal out of this lifeguard? There's no way she'd be able to survive. You see, the way that she had landed into the gelatin, hands first, then face, there'd be no way that she could A, breathe, or B, pull her way out. Other options of others trying to get to her in time would be futile, as they would just fall and get stuck as well as her. So long story short, she died.
A colony of bees colonized the principal's office.
Also dead.
School buses developed unexplained leaks.
That's just not possible. B-roll the movie, folks. Ba-dum-tsh. How many times are they going to do this diagonal camera angle? You know what? They do it a lot. And you know what? I like it. I think they actually do it to kind of differentiate when Larry shows up, which is also a cool concept, that the imaginary friend tilts the camera when some spooky shit happens. I really like it.
How could you do this? Joe loves Bert?
You're gonna blame Franny for this? I mean, what's the motivation? You gotta think this through, Joe. But Joe doesn't think it through and she leaves. Also, this? I mean, are they possessed? Why did they do that? If not, Does the boogeyman possess her? Possess all of them? I think they just put it in there to be spooky for no reason. I don't. That shouldn't be in there.
Why is yours the only one without a bee on it?
Because they skipped her locker in order to frame them. Like, guys, this is basic Lenore.
Just because they skipped my locker, it doesn't mean I had to do it.
Okay, are you kidding me now? You're going to use that as a reason to blame her? I mean, Christ, this guy has painted bees on people's motherfucking shoes while they're wearing them. Do you think a lock is gonna stop them?
Hey, did you really add creepy Kepler's car?
I told you that.
That's what everybody says. They said you did the lockers too.
Hello, random side character we'll probably never see again.
Find out.
Bye, side character we'll probably never see again.
Aren't you gonna run away this time?
Girl, he can run away whenever he wants. Man, this guy's dressed to impress. This girl, this actor playing Franny, is just smile here, look weirded out here. I'm waiting to see what else she can do, but this boy right here, man, he's got some charisma. And he's doing all this random shit too? Just let me watch this man for an hour. Wait, is that a pipe?
There's something very peculiar going down in this burg, Watson, and it looks to me like you're in the middle of it.
Not believing in any of Larry's mumbo imaginero friendo jumbo, she makes a fool of herself in front of a bunch of extras in a studio, is what I have to remind myself in order to get through it without cringing. Franny is the prime suspect.
Do you have any knowledge about Mr. Kepler's car being vandalized?
No.
Or about the graffiti on the lockers?
No.
Don't forget the gelatin in the swimming pool.
No!
You mean the murder in the swimming pool? Let's not forget that. Franny chases after Larry.
Well, there he is. He's right there.
Hey!
She reveals Larry to the teachers.
There he is, Larry Houdini.
Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
He's right here. He's playing the saxophone. He's moonwalking.
That's a great jam, Larry. Keep it up. I need to listen to that.
The guy in my head, he sent me here. You don't listen.
What guy in your head?
Le Livre de Boogie.
The boogie book?
By who? By guy in head.
Oh, okay, sir. That joke was too good. You know, bravo, amazing. 10 out of 14. Yeah, I know you hate that rating scale. Get over it. Larry gets the book and does a disappearing act, only to reemerge dressed as a genie. I'm not making fun of that. That's just awesome.
Have you lost your marbles?
Darwin.
You were Darwin's imaginary friend?
I didn't know that was your brother. I don't understand why he doesn't believe in me anymore.
Oh, well, look, I told him a long time ago that it was childish to believe in things like that.
It turns out that Larry was Darwin's imaginary friend, but because of Franny, he doesn't believe anymore.
You did it. You're the reason why he can't see me. You wanted to help him? Then why didn't you give him some of your bone marrow, huh?
I wanted to help him, but the doctor said Bert was the only one who could do it.
I bet that was a relief.
No, I won't.
So Larry disappears before turning into Chris Brown.
Safe!
God, this guy is better than Carrot Top. Some really good practical effects and music to build the atmosphere, and Larry ends up on the roof with an aged Martin Short. Mars Attacks, Frankenweenie, Santa Claus 3. You can Google it.
Look around and you will see that blackout starts with B.
Clever. Blackout. Well, do you black out? You only black. Like, is that why you put B everywhere? Like, you only black out one time. Is that were you alluding to blacking out, or like was that just some confused? That's what I am. Confused. That doesn't last long as Franny breaks a window and sets her up to be the patsy in yet another crime job. Another camera twist and we see Larry.
Our friends grow up. Then, they don't need us anymore. So we go find new friends. Making new friends keeps you young, just like aerobics, tabo, tai chi, all that good stuff.
Well, then why didn't you get a new friend when Darwin stopped believing in you?
Because Darwin still needed me.
Say what you will. This is getting deep. It is revealed that Larry is turning into a boogeyman because Darwin stopped believing in him too soon.
If a child stops believing in an imaginary friend too soon, the imaginary friend may turn into a boogeyman.
Terrifying. Legitimately terrifying. Darwin gets taken by the boogeyman and Larry decides to head after him to the boogie world. Franny faces her fears and heads into the boogie world after Larry and Darwin.
Why is the boogeyman after me? I mean, why doesn't he just leave me alone?
Did you ever have an imaginary friend?
No. Never.
Franny, you're a frickin' liar. Larry and Fran use the toy car to find the boogeyman, and then they end up finding Darwin. The theme for the boogeyman is really good and spookily perfect. I really do enjoy that. I wish I could hear stuff like that more often for Halloween, but instead we just get like...
Say goodbye. No!
Gotcha.
Prank. Larry tries the tempter-fuse, but it didn't work, which stalls time for Larry to turn into a boogeyman.
Do you think I look a little strange?
Boogie 5.
Hey, Darwin, if you still believe in Larry, clap your hands, okay? That's all you have to do, just clap!
Darwin somehow forces himself to believe in Larry again and breaks the boogie curse.
I'm back!
I hate to be the one to tell you, but it's not too late for me to nail you.
Dude, this is Disney. Okay, he's going for the pen. He's going to say the pen is mightier than the...
Pen is mightier than the sword.
So, yep, I called it. Bran sticks Boogie with the fuses, but it fails.
I'm not afraid of you!
Really?
It turns out that Boogeyman was Fran's old imaginary friend, Zoe. So they end up back in Fran's room.
Long time no see, huh? Oh. Hey, remember your car?
Yeah, you remember that car that fell off a cliff in a rollerblade? Here it is.
Your father just logged on to the internet news.
The same things that were going on here just started happening last night in Centerville. They think the same people are responsible.
So what's the story on the boogeyman here?
Actually, it's Boogie Person.
Oh, God, not these pronouns. I didn't know they were a problem in 1999 as well. At least they knew where the bathrooms were. Don't.
On my way, big guy. Gotta go, friend.
Go where?
Centerville. You heard what your dad said about the weird things going over there?
They've got a boogeyman who needs busting.
Again, Freddie. Sorry about all the trouble I caused. I didn't want to be a boogie. I just couldn't help it.
It's okay. Everything's all right, and we can be friends again, just like before.
You won't be seeing us anymore, Franny.
Turns out, though, that these friends that Fran finally got around to liking are off to never see her again, leaving her in a depressed and betrayed state for the rest of her life, never able to trust again, and plagued with the knowledge that boogeymen are real. Of course, no one would ever believe her, so it's most likely she'll end up in a mental hospital, where she will attempt to kill herself several times. I mean, it's true. That would legitimately happen.
I can see you guys right now, and that proves logically that...
It's a good thing her dad couldn't see that. Oh, hey, okay, don't look at me like that. It was 1999, and I don't see your dad being that progressive. It's 2016 to us, but it will always be 1999 to them.
Hey, Fran.
Maybe I am too grown up.
Fran? Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to get old.
Imagine if she had these feelings for him earlier. How would have that worked? Would she be making out or masturbating? How does that work? He is imaginary. Let's not think about it. Then we end with Larry and Zoe watching over Fran and Darwin. And that was Don't Look Under the Bed. The moral of the story, don't miss out on being young. And it is told in a great way, narratively and through the use of practical effects and cinematography. Say what you will about Disney, but when they had to, they came up with some great effects. Real effects at that. And I'm dying to know how they came up with the smoke, but that's a different story. The acting is actually not bad, even from little Darwin, but the real star of it all has to go to my man, Larry. Ty Hodges. He plays it cool throughout the movie with his godlike charisma, but when he needs to, he can go a real deep level as well.
Why are you being so mean?
What do you expect? I'm turning into a boogeyman, okay?
I'm not worried about what happens to me.
I am! Okay, I am.
I mean, emotionally. You could probably do it the other way, but you know, I'll get to that later. I probably won't. I'm scouring IMDb right now to see other things he's in as we speak. The soundtrack isn't something you'll remember forever like Star Wars or Coraline, but it worked well where it was needed, and the visuals were amazing to look at, and actually felt like the essence of Halloween. If you're looking for something spooky and fun to watch, definitely check out this gem. I'm glad I finished Spook Fest. I need to talk to Ripoff and figure out what's going on. It's nice to be back. Ripoff. Even there? Who are you?
Whoa, you sound angry. I thought you'd be happy to know the truth.
Why'd you show me that?
To make sure you knew who your true friends are. I thought you'd appreciate that.
Even if I did appreciate what you did for me, I still want to know why someone has taken an interest in me. And how you know what's going on.
Answers come in the end, not the beginning. You should know that, Stripe.
Well, I'd just like to know who showed me it and
Not
why.
so fast there, Billy Goat Boy. I decide when you get let in on this.
You may act like you helped me, but
I don't act. I do. I did help you, and if you think otherwise, I might as well just come there and show you what your insides look like.
I'm gonna find you.
And then what? I'll tell you what. You'll end up bleeding. If you want that gimmick, man,
You just caused an even bigger problem.
I am your problem, and you have to deal with that.
You still haven't said your name.
And I won't.
Well, if you're not gonna give it, then I'm gonna hang up.
Hang up that phone, and everyone you ever loved will have their throat cut left, right, and center.
Excuse me?
You heard me. You go from orange to blood red in one swift motion.
I don't need to hear this.
Doesn't matter. You will hear this.
You're bluffing.
Only time will tell. And I have a pretty good poker voice.
You wouldn't help me if you were gonna just kill me.
I don't know. I get pretty bored with unwilling participants.
Go to hell!
We're already